and welcome to Tech Tips with Sold Out Media. I'm Amanda.
And I am Linus.
And I have something that literally just showed up in the mail like 20 minutes ago. And we're going to review it immediately.
Let's do it.
Linus hasn't even seen it yet.
I kind of saw.
It's the SOONPHO M6 tracking thingamabobber here. So you put this on top of your tripod.
No.
And you can use it. It has a, what do you say, a sensor. So it will face detect and track you.
Okay.
But it also has a remote control. This is so cool. This here, look, phone. So if you want to use phone, take that out,
should
bud.
we start with that?
Well, I thought we'd start with showing them what's inside.
I mean, yeah.
It's one of these. Hold on. Oh, it's stuck. It comes with one of these batteries. What are these called? They're the 85s, 18650s. Yeah. So, you know, if you were familiar with airsoft or anything like that, I have flashlights that have these big bad boys in them. But yeah, so it comes with that. It comes with AAA batteries for your remote. Hold on a sec. So I already put those in. All right.
Yeah.
And so this is so simple. So you just turn this on. It has multiple settings, and you turn on the remote. It comes with a USB cable, so you can actually USB-C to USB-A, so you can actually power it with
Always. Nice.
always, yeah. See, there you go. Look, I'm just doing the demo in the background. See here, yeah.
Oh.
There's a lot of settings on it. I have no idea. Everything is in like mega Chinese. I couldn't even find a review that wasn't in Chinese for this guy. It's pan and tilt. So here's the tilting.
That's so gentle.
It's supposed to have 9 speeds. So let me see if I can figure out the speeds. Menu? Yes. Okay. Looks like it has 9 speeds, but 8 is the top speed. It says it has 9 speeds, but 8 is where I stop.
Oh, the camera's on. I'm not recording yet, but yeah.
Look at that. How cool is that? I was saying to the guys at the lunchroom when the box came, I was like, I have found the replacement to you camera people. Luckily, this guy, hey.
No, yeah.
luckily.
It just kills the camera now.
Yeah, exactly.
Too early, man.
Right. Luckily, this guy can't edit, though, especially not like Jessica. We love you, Jessica. No, but honestly, it wouldn't really replace like a proper cinematic camera person with all the thought that goes into the shots. But if you're doing like a studio production and you're a single person, like you're just on your own doing a recording or a corporate recording, this is great. You could set up 2 or 3 cameras with these and just sit and let them go around.
Yeah.
Now, Linus, if you just back up a little bit, I'm going to put this over so that we actually record you now. Back up a little bit. It sees you now, though.
Oh,
look at that. See?
It found me.
Right? Come back this way.
Put the thing down. No, put the thing down so you can see that it's actually tracking. So it's not you.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't control it. It's in tracking mode. Go lower. Get down. Will it follow you down?
No.
Maybe the pan doesn't work, but the tilt doesn't work. But come over here, bud. Come back.
As soon as it saw 2 of us, it freaked out.
It's supposed to be able to handle 2 of us, you see.
I see that. That's why you're centered.
I know, right? It chose me over you.
Oh.
It knows who its master is. All right. So what I think is I paid roughly $100 US for this guy. That's nothing.
Yeah.
And it's pretty smooth. We'll stop recording on the iPhone.
How much can it handle?
It can handle about 1 kilo, so it's really made for the DSLRs and stuff.
Like an R with...
Exactly. What I plan to try it on is the C70 out in the field and see what we can do with it. So how about we go over to the field, and by the time we get there, hopefully I know what all the buttons on the front do. It's literally just arrived 20 minutes ago. Okay, so we had this out in the field a little bit, but first I'm going to tell you a little bit about the buttons. It has an AB button that you can actually set the AB position with, and that will actually set the pan and the tilt for you. And you have a menu button that will allow you to switch the speed of the pan and the tilt or the controller channel. Now let me just show you. To get the pan and tilt to work, you hold in A, for example, until it turns green, and then you select your second position, B, and say I want B to be up in the air, and then I hold B until it turns green. Full disclosure, I can't seem to get it to do that on the remote control, but I can get it to do it on the actual unit. So if I press A, you can see it comes back down, and if I press B, it goes back up. Yeah. No, this thing isn't exactly perfect. It is a little shaky and it's a little glitchy, and the manual is in Chinese or Mandarin or something that I can't read. I'm sorry, I don't want to offend anybody, but I definitely can't read it. But, you know, we figured out most of it anyway. We actually can control this with the remote control, also pan and tilt here, and you can do like that. It has a shutter button, but we don't have a cable that works for this camera or any of the cameras that we have on hand. We couldn't quite get that to work, but it does have a shutter button for time lapses. Again, we didn't get it to work, but it has it. All right, so the other thing I need to show you on the front is this. When it's in the up position, it's the remote control. When it's all the way down, it's actually the tracking. And I'll throw that over to Linus just to show you a little bit how to set that up.
Oh, it's my time now.
It's your time, and I'm going to press record on your camera. And I'm going to flick it down to the
Oh, you should probably tilt
follow
down
focus.
a little bit too.
Oh, hold on. I got to put it back on remote.
Here we go.
And
there you go. Perfect.
there we go. And it's recording you. Go ahead.
The light is green. Yeah, so super easy. I'm just gonna make you follow me for a second. Yeah, and I'm gonna see you get me some. Oh, it's doing pretty good. There you go. All right, so you can see it has some issues when I'm in the dark. So that's one of the things you really need to make sure that I'm facing you and that I'm actually lit properly. Otherwise, it does pretty well. I think if I was in proper lights and everything, it was smooth. To make it stop following you, like if I'm happy right here, if I want it to be right there, yeah, I can do this, and that it turns the following off. So you see it's not following me anymore. Super smooth. And then if I wanted to keep starting again, I do this. See if it can find me. Maybe I need to be closer. Come on. Come on. There it is. Now it's green.
Yeah. So it's red light when it doesn't have you and green light when it does have you.
Green light when it follows me and red light when it doesn't.
Yeah.
And as you can see, it was super smooth. But I think it's also because my hand wasn't really.
No, exactly. It's worked really well for us for the most part. Now, we had this out in the field with Jake. We took Jake to a golf course, and on the practice putt, we actually had it follow him from ground level. I put it no tripod or anything. I just put it straight on the ground and let it follow him. I had it on the slide too, but I'll get to that.
Yeah.
But you can actually see it follows him really well. Sometimes he walks a little faster and he gets out a shot.
Yeah, it's not super fast.
It's not super fast, but it was smooth enough that I could use that shot. Again, it's not always going to be smooth because it is kind of gimmicky in one way, but it can be smooth if you know what you're working with. It's not going to follow you when you're running because it only has 7 speeds, and that was the 7th speed.
It's hard to
or
know
the
if
8th speed.
It's hard to know if you can calibrate it more because
No.
we can't read the manual.
No, exactly.
But yeah.
Yeah. But then we had a tilt practice, but it doesn't have a tracking on the tilt, which is another downside to this device.
It only pans.
Only pans. So I used the remote control to tilt from Jake's head down to the shot.
Oh, gorgeous.
I know, he completely got that shot.
First try.
First and 15th try. But again...
First try, the 15th time.
But it's battery operated, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, but it went really well. We took it over to the driving range as well, and that's where we had it on the slide. And there were some issues with the slide.
I mean, you can see it. If you look at the shot,
Yeah.
you can see the and it's like
Yeah.
really struggling when it's moving at the same time.
In my mind, I thought, oh, on the slide it will be brilliant. But really, all it did was made it have to recalibrate its position all the time. So it was like, and the other thing was the contrast behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as I said, it's super important that your subject is lit properly.
Exactly.
Otherwise, it really struggles as well. So.
Exactly. So we tested the same thing at a music recording we had. Opposite effect. It was too dark. And again, we had the slide. So nothing to really talk about.
Yeah.
But on a different day, once we realized all of this, we went out with just a tripod into the forest and followed Jake around.
Yes.
And you can actually see it tracked him really well.
Works really well here.
It was smooth both with the tracking and it was smooth with the remote.
Nice.
You know, it's smooth.
That's what you want.
Exactly. Because if you're by yourself or you don't have a lot of extra help with you, this can be a real lifesaver.
Yeah, and for roughly $100.
For $100, I thought it was awesome. Now, here's where the rubber hit the road. We did a multi-camera shoot where we didn't have a lot of cameramen, except for we kind of did because I was there recording the shoot.
Technically.
But theoretically, we didn't have a lot of cameramen.
Yeah.
And yeah, so Jake had this from the mixing table and was able to adjust the camera position just with the remote up and down. You can see here it actually works brilliantly.
Yeah.
He did some shots of what they were reading back up to their faces, but you don't have a follow focus and you don't have a
Zoom.
Zoom, thank you. The other important thing that cameras have. But if you have a camera like the R8 here, you're going to be roughly okay because...
still in focus.
Yeah, you're still in focus with this focus
Works great.
technology, the autofocus that you got.
Great camera.
So overall, don't buy this and expect it to be the most amazing thing that you ever had in your whole entire universe.
Then you will be disappointed.
As it is, I'm not even sure if I'm saying the name right. SOONPHO, I think. SOONPHO. I don't know what I said earlier in the studio. SOONPHO or SOONPHO. Thank you, SOONPHO, for making this product. I think it's really good. They make lights and stuff too, I saw.
Cool. Yeah.
And I might check it out. The thing is, $100. It's kind of worth it. So, yeah, check it out if you're into crazy toys. And yeah, I hope you like and subscribe. And we'll keep on looking for fun things to test in the studio.
Don't forget to share.
Yeah.
We want your friends to be our friends.
As always. See ya.
Bye.